I try to go live, somebody call me. All right, we live. I'm gonna let this rock out a little bit. I got to show some love to this team.
Red and gold, blooded to the day I D.I.E. Reppin' on a gang and it's all I bleed. Racking up dubs in my Levi jeans. And we run over the league with our whole team. Be that number one seed cause we ballin'. Putting in that work
I'm showing the 49ers some love this week.
Team and now these haters salty. Rockin' Zenny shades to the championship shift.
They beat the number one ranked team in the league.
Jimmy Ward intercept them with a pick six. Like Debo, we gon' knock him like a brick. The trade lands play action to a drop back. When the blitz coming quick, the old line gon' block that. RPO with Kyle Juice, Mitchell and George Kittle, can't nobody stop that. Stand behind Kyle Shanny all the way, like a game of chess when he gonna play, Brendan Ayuk on the center fade. Bang, bang, Niner gang all day, I'm talking big body Trent Williams and Seaward. Offense, defense, either way we score. Jay Verrett, Mosley and Fred Warner. Armstead and Greenlaw, warned ya. 49er faithful ride with me. Red and gold, blooded to the day I D.I.E. Reppin' Niner gang and it's all I bleed. Racking up dubs in my Levi jeans. And we run over the league with our whole team. Be that number
this
one
goes
seed
out
cause
to
we ballin'.
all my 49er fans. I'm showing y'all some love. Y'all beat the top team in the league last week.
I'm a diehard, born and raised in the Bay.
Crazy.
Get some back up.
Let me let it rock.
No bandwagon jumping, bro. We've been this way. Put quarterbacks on our D-line dinner plate. Empire, never been a nation. Red and gold been in my family for generations. Since 84, call me Brett Jones. At the stick, season tickets in the end zone. You dead wrong, thinking we ain't running through your team. Like George Kittle, 4th and 2 down in New Orleans. We gon' bring it to your squad if they want more. Slap 6 on the board, you the foghorn. Been faithful since the cradle, they know we the realest. King and Canal, looking like the new Bowman and Willis. And I be riding with my Niners, bruh, till they carry me off the field like Brian Young.
Faithful ride with me. Red and gold, blooded to the day I D.I.E. Reppin' Niner gang and it's all I bleed. Racking up dubs in my Levi jeans. And we run over the league with our whole team. Be that number one seed cause we ballin'. Putting in that work early in the morning. Super Bowl team and now these haters salty. All we do is win, baby, whoa, whoa, whoa. Taking over cities on the road. We ain't never scared, baby, no. Robbie Gold game when it feel go. Put it on my city, all we do is trust. Shut down defense, call it Gold Rush. 49er faithful, always turned up.
Okay. Y'all heard the intro. I'm showing the 49ers fans some love. I'm showing the 49ers some love. Trent Williams, Brock Purdy, Debo Samuels, Christian McCaffrey, Fred Warner, and the list goes on. Them guys did their thing this week. They showed a chink in the Eagles' armor. And now Dallas got them next week, I think, right? This Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see a good defense, a good NFL team sees the weaknesses that are exposed by a team they played, and then they go and expose those weaknesses. So we'll see what we got going on this weekend. But to get in this weekend, first of all, I want to welcome everybody from the blowouts to all the shootouts and all the games in between. We would like to welcome everybody to Point Game. You see the topic up there. I want to get right. I'm getting right into the mud right now. You know, I'm a Chiefs fan. You know, I got 3 teams: Chiefs, Bills, and the Bengals. I mean, you know, looking like the Chiefs is the only winning team I got out of the 3. But I mean, let's be for real. They are not what they used to be. They are not who. What was the famous quote by Denny? Oh man, what's his name? They are what we thought they were. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. They who we thought they were. Dennis somebody. He was a coach for the Minnesota Vikings at one point in time. But now, I think we have seen a tremendous fall off with the Kansas City Chiefs offensively. And the common denominator is the enemy. I think Eric the Enemy leaving the Chiefs has put their offense behind the 8 ball. So of course, I'm a numbers guy. So I just started doing some numbers. Now, the Chiefs still have a winning pedigree, so they are winning their games. But I compared offensive stats for the team that Eric the Enemy is on now, which is Washington, to the Chiefs. And I want to tell y'all, it's so eerily similar that it's sending chills down your spine. And so what I'm trying to say is, even though Washington is not winning, literally it's a mirror image. If they just had a couple guys on their team that has won before and know how to close out a game, they can just as easily be 8-3, 9-3, like everybody else is. So I just want to do a quick Washington comparison because that's where Eric the Enemy is at now. He's Washington coordinator. Although I think they might have only won 2 or 3 games at this point, but they have lost a lot of games by 1 and 2 points as well. So just as many games as they lost, they could have won with a field goal or just something. They've been in most of every last one of their games. Do you want this? Do you have anything to say before I start running these stats off, co-host?
I actually agree with you there. That's a big thing, Eric the Enemy, and just the simple fact that they decided. I think they felt like Mahomes greatness. They would rather invest money in their defense because they got a better defense than they did when they was winning Super Bowls. But the offense took a big hit because they let Tyreek Hill go, of course. Just imagine Tyreek Hill with this team right now. And Tyreek Hill said it best. He said, you can play a man on their receivers and just keep your eyes on Kelsey. Because that's all he got to throw to is Kelsey or whatever. Because on the outside, them receivers, man, they're not any good.
And I agree 100%. And we already done focused on the drop passes, but not even that much. We can go into the drop passes again, but honestly, they can't score any points. I mean, I don't know 100%, but they might have only had 2 or 3 games that they scored over 21 points this whole entire season. We going into week 14 now. So if I ask you to close your eyes and I say Washington have had, no, I'm not even gonna call out the names. I'm gonna just compare because it's no big difference. Okay, total first downs this whole entire year on offense, Washington have had 265 first downs. Guess how many the Chiefs had? 264. The rushing first downs out of that 200 is 81. The rushing first downs for the Chiefs is 83. The passing first downs is 159 to Chiefs 160. Do you get where I'm going with this? The yards, total yards for Washington this year up until this week is 4,370. Total yards for the Chiefs is 4,351. Out of those 4,370 rushing total yards, 1,299 is rushing for Washington, and 1,319 is for the Chiefs. Passing yards. Washington is beating the Chiefs 3,466 passing yards compared to 3,158 passing yards. That what's good, DC?
What's going on, Cuzzo?
Chilling. Right now, hey, look, I'm cooking. I'm cooking with your team, man. You might have to watch it back on the replay. So Washington is actually outgaining the Chiefs because, like I said, it's Eric Bieniemy. That drop down with Washington compared to, that drop down from the Chiefs compared to the uptick in Washington, even though they're not winning the games that they should win, that they you can tell the proof is in the pudding in the stats.
Mm-hmm.
Washington, they are tied in touchdowns. They tied.
Yeah, you got a quarterback that got the most. He got the most throwing yards out of the whole NFL right now.
That's true. And so they tied with 30 touchdowns complete. Now it's a little bit more balanced with Washington. It's 11 rushing touchdowns to the Chiefs 7, and then it's 18 passing touchdowns to the Chiefs 22. So what I'm trying to say is the downtick in the Chiefs. The common denominator is Eric Bieniemy. And if Washington just had a couple more players that had a winning pedigree that know how to close games out, I really think Washington could be a team to beat. They just not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they in the offseason, they about to dismantle that whole team. They about to dismantle it. It started from the top. The GM to the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, a lot of the key players that we got left, they're already asking to leave. So it's going to be a off season for them. It's going to be a complete rebuild. So I'm just waiting to see what they do. The common denominator right now is the O-line. We ain't got no O-line. So he's making do with throwing the ball versus running, but he can only do so much before he throws. Look at it. He got the leading. He the leader in sacks. And if he ain't leading in interceptions, he will be by the end of the season because we went to a throw first offense.
Buffalo quarterback got the most interceptions.
Right.
I just looked at that. I think he got 13 or 14.
Yeah, but he got the most sacks. I think he had like 52.
Yeah, he was right there. It was him and the quarterback that on the Jets just sat down.
Oh, Wilson.
They were right there together. I can't remember who was first.
Oh, I can tell you we were first. He got 48 in the first six weeks. But Eric Bieniemy made him be a little bit more mobile and get out of the pocket. And why his decrease. But I got us for the next 5 games. We're going 0-5 on purpose. Because right now we're looking at that 4th overall pick. But
that might be the case. But I was looking at the offensive production compared to the Chiefs in Washington and the common denominator with Eric Bieniemy, which it looks like if you just put the numbers together, the numbers mirror each other. Mirror when it comes to first downs, when it comes to rushing first downs, passing first downs. We are talking about a 1 or 2 difference. When we talking about yards, total yards in the season, we talking about a 19-yard difference to Washington, to the good of Washington. When we talking about passing yards, we talking about 300 give or take more passing yards to Washington. And that's why we thinking that the Chiefs are struggling this year is because the lack of offensive pedigree and the offensive mindset when you allow a great offensive mind like Eric Bieniemy to lead.
And sadly enough, he will not be our head coach next year.
Well, shoot, they got to get. I doubt they keep Juan Rivera for too much longer.
Oh no, they already said he's gone at the end of the season. It's already given. They're just letting him finish out the season.
And daggone Redskins been rebuilding for 10 years.
Watch him out. Which is true, but you got to look at. We just switched ownership. So that last owner, he was just terrible, completely terrible.
All right. Speaking of the Redskins, I would like to nominate for the game of the week. I would like to nominate the Cincinnati Bengals, and I forgot who they were playing. Daggone.
The Jaguars.
Jaguars. Yes. Now I'm nominating them for the player of the week. I mean the game of the week. The total yards, Cincinnati had 491 total yards compared to the 376 total yards. Passing yards 335 to 305. I mean, it was a good game, went into overtime, took a field goal to win it, and they won that game. And I have lost all faith and trust in the Cincinnati Bengals, but they did this all with a second string quarterback. So I give a standing ovation to the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm nominating them for game of the week.
Okay. And I want to second that. That's the one that I had too. Was the Bengals and the Jaguars. One game went to overtime. And I love stories like the one we got last night with a backup quarterback, Jake Brown, and he came in and he was 32 for 37 with a passing rating of 115.5. The man completed 90% of his. This is just a guy sitting on the bench that nobody know who he was or whatever. In Cincinnati, they're back there, but they're still in the playoff hunt. So I want to keep an eye on this Jake Browning kid or whatever because he seemed real poised and ready for the moment, prepared for the moment.
He definitely was ready to play.
Yeah, he was.
I hate to say it, I didn't even see the game, guys. I was working late last night.
Hey, this kid is something special, man.
My dad loves him. My dad loves him. I ain't seen enough of him to even respect him, but my dad absolutely loves him. He said he feel like he's the truth.
Hey, he hit a better. Joe Burrow ain't put up no numbers like this the whole season.
I know. I heard you say 30-something for 30-something. That means he only missed 2 or 3 passes.
32 for 37.
So he missed 5 passes. That's why. Okay.
But Jared, it's the same thing with Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. Same thing. Everybody count these late string quarterbacks out because they didn't go top in the draft. But these guys, they sitting on the bench. They trust me, they ain't sitting there just eating popcorn. They looking at them playbooks. They looking at them plays, and they going over it. They studying and just waiting for that opportunity to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say the game of the week for me, I would have said them, but I got to give it to Green Bay. Green Bay outplayed, outlast, and destroyed that team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seconding that, cuz I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, that was gonna be my second one. Jordan Love is for real.
Right.
And
he sat behind one of the best. And that guy mentored him, and he continues to mentor him. He's mentoring him to this day. Even though, he's a jet, but he always calls him before the game. He texts him before the game and tells him what he needs to do. And he goes in there with a clear mind, clear set to do what he got to do, and he do it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the Packers, I'm nominating them this week for one of the teams to watch, because they all of a sudden is coming to be a force to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they look good Thanksgiving, then they look good this weekend. It seems like it's coming together at the perfect time.
It is.
Right.
And they play somewhere nobody want to go this time of year. And that frozen tundra.
Cold. Mm-hmm. I agree. So with that being said, I guess let's go transition into anybody else want to nominate a team to watch? Because we added that in.
I say Houston Texans.
Okay.
That's what we've been talking about the last few weeks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let y'all see my face on that one, cause yes, sir.
Yeah.
I ain't want to be rude. I'm eating, so I ain't turn my camera on. But
oh boy, you better show that plate.
I got some oysters and shrimp. Yeah, I just
You know,
left the gym, boy. I was hungry.
ain't no wrong with that. But Jay Stroud ain't nothing to play with, boy.
No
Boy, he
sir.
for real. He is for
That
real.
boy, the real deal right there.
He is.
Cause we've
Hey,
been talking about him for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
yes,
hey,
Man,
sir.
that boy.
my bad on that one. Hey, I had some controversy. I had to go ahead and quit my job, but
Yeah,
yeah.
ain't no problem. Ain't
Oh
no
no, it's
problem.
good. That's a good thing. It's a blessing, man. I got me a GS job on post. I'm good.
Oh shoot, that was
That's
up,
what's
man.
up.
Yeah.
That was up.
Okay, so I do agree with everything everybody said. Of course, CJ Stroud. I mean, I think he's the runaway rookie of the year, hands down. Um, and I do think that there are a couple teams to watch, and rounding in the shape right now. The Packers is rounded in the shape. The Texans is rounded in the shape. And then it's a couple surprising 7-5s out there that we're gonna have to start looking out for too. Just to because I mean we coming into the last leg now. But I'm gonna tell you the easiest, the most cushioned schedule right now with the last few games. I think Dallas got one of the cushiest schedules.
No, we got one of the hardest.
Coming up.
Yeah, we got the Eagles. We got
Okay.
who after the Eagles? I think the
I
Eagles
mean,
got the
I
Eagles.
think I know y'all got the Eagles and Dolphins, but I might be getting it wrong. But
Yeah,
somebody
the
got to
Eagles.
play the Giants 2 more times. Is
That's
that
the
y'all?
Eagles. That's the Eagles.
Oh, that's the Eagles. Okay, so yeah, the Eagles' schedule is getting a little, but their schedule was kind of hard up, like in the middle. I mean, they've been playing powerhouses. They've been playing powerhouses, but I know it's somebody's schedule. They still got the Giants twice.
Yeah, that's the Eagles. They got them last game of the season. They got
And then like
somebody go in the game before that. They got them too.
yeah, so yeah, the Eagles schedule is kind of, but shucks, you got to think they ran a gauntlet early and in the middle season. So who do y'all want to represent as y'all players of the week this week?
Man, I'm tired of picking this dude every week. But hey, this Tyreek Hill,
Tyreek
man.
Hill.
5 catches, 157 yards with 2 TDs, and he set out the whole fourth quarter and half the third. And he's on pace to break an NFL record for receiving yards with 2,100. He's on pace to break 2,000 receiving yards.
I got you. I'm nominating Brock Purdy. He did it against the Eagles defense. He threw for 314, 4 touchdowns. His QBR was 148.8. Brock Purdy is my nomination.
All right,
But
so
I'm
we got a quarterback and we got a receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with my running back. I'm going Robinson Jr. He got the most touchdowns.
Okay.
So I want to change.
I thought McCaffrey had the most touchdowns.
He right behind him.
Okay. I thought it was McCaffrey.
I think McCaffrey behind him by he might have got touchdown. Brian Robinson got the most yards.
Okay, they said McCaffrey had the most yards and TDs earlier today.
If he did, then he might have got it from his last game. He might have beat him over.
Oh yeah, because he the only running back that got over 1,000 yards. He broke that the other night.
Yeah, because I think Brian Robinson got like 960 something.
Oh, okay.
But of course, he ain't getting no yards against Miami. We already know how that turned out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what
So
I had.
Are we talking about for the year or for this weekend?
No, that's for the year. The year. Total yards a year.
Oh, okay.
I was just changing it up because I had Tyreek Hill, man. I mean, hands down, man. He just lobbed the ball out there and he caught everything, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
My runner-up is Jamar Chase, 11 catches for 149 yards and a TD. His longest catch was for 78 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving a shout out to Jamar Chase as my runner-up.
I had Debo Samuels and Christian. Debo had 4 receptions for 116.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was averaging a lot too then.
Shoot,
Oh, he was dogging them boys.
Both of his catches were number 5 yards up the field. He
Right.
got all them yards
after the catch.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I did see one like a little quick slant. He just beast moded.
Yeah, the line.
Little quick slant.
Took it to the house.
Yeah, I do remember that one. Yep. Yeah. All righty then. Of course now let's transition. Jay, did you get your? Oh, you did get your player of the week out, right? I'm gonna transition on into whatever the most anticipated thing that we do every week, the top 5. I'm gonna go last because I always go first. I have a lot of people DMing me, calling me after these shows, and they always fussing about why they team ain't here and why they team ain't there. So I'm about to rock the nation with this one. So I'll go last. Whoever wants to go first, take it over.
I'll go. I mean, I got the 49ers, number 1. I got the Baltimore Ravens 2. I got my Dallas Cowboys 3. I got the Eagles 4, and I got the Miami Dolphins 5.
Good. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Me and you pretty much lock in step. I thought y'all would be cussing me out, but I see that we right in the same target. Anybody want to go? Or I'll go ahead and I'll drop mine now.
I'll go ahead and go after I had mine kind of flipped from Mitch. I had the Ravens. I put Ravens at 1, and then I had the 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles, and I put the Lions. I ain't even put Miami in there.
Okay. See, and that was I mean my 5 and 6 was a toss up. My 5 and 6 was a toss up. So I'm gonna go next. I had the 49ers at 1, Ravens at 2. I have the Eagles at 3 because technically they still have the best record in the NFL. 2 losses to everybody else, 9 and 3s. So I got, like I said, the 49ers at 1, Ravens at 2, Eagles at 3, Dolphins at 4, Dallas rounding up the top 5. What you throwing your hands up for? They in there.
Hey, y'all
didn't beat nobody last week, I don't believe. Who y'all play last week?
We beat the Seahawks.
And what's the Seahawks record? 6 and 6. Y'all still ain't beat no winning team.
Oh my!
The Seahawks record right now is 6 and 6. So technically, that is not a winning team.
They wasn't 6 and 6 when we made them 6 and 6.
I know. I was trying to get that one over for you. But I'm trying to get that one over for you.
You just made me remember something too. That's who we got. We got the Eagles, Detroit, and then we got Miami.
Yeah, I know y'all have Miami now.
That's tough schedule.
We got Detroit.
If Detroit balling, it's a tough schedule. If Detroit ain't balling, it ain't a tough schedule. Then, like the Dolphins, if you want me to get into the Dolphins, they just like Dallas to me. They still ain't beat no team with no winning record. So one of them got to win.
Yeah, my top 5 a little bit different. About the same ones, but a little bit different. I got Eagles at 1, Cowboys at 2, 49ers at 3, Ravens at 4, and Dolphins at 5.
You know what? And that's fair, Cook. I ain't even mad at that.
I don't think the Eagles should be at number 1. I don't think the Eagles should be at number 1. I think the Eagles at number 1. They got beat the way they got beat. How they at number 1? They got beat the way they got beat, though.
That's any given Sunday. Yeah. That's on any given Sunday.
I mean, they got monster mash, though.
But they still 10 and 2.
Yeah, but still.
That's why I say it's foul. His picks are foul.
Yeah.
Let me hear your pick. I didn't hear. Let me hear that order again.
Eagles, Cowboys, Ravens, 49ers, and Dolphins.
Okay.
That's foul.
I don't think the Eagles should be ranked that high after a loss. Not after a loss.
Even after a loss, they're still 10 and 2.
Yeah, but that was an embarrassing loss.
Yeah, okay.
That was an embarrassing loss with a Super Bowl contender.
For us to say that, we can switch over to the end. We can switch over to college, and FSU should be in it, but we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, we.
Well, I mean, I do think. Yeah, I do think they should be in it. They are undefeated.
But hey,
but I'm gonna tell you what screwed it up. What screwed it up was doggone Georgia didn't handle their business. If Georgia would have handled their business, it wouldn't have got screwed up like that. But because Georgia didn't handle their business, of course everybody went Alabama. That's the the cream of the creme. The cream of the creme when it comes to college football. They got to have Alabama in it.
Honestly,
it ain't the playoffs without Alabama.
If Georgia would have won it, they still wasn't gonna be in it.
I ain't gonna go that far.
I am, because they ain't got a quarterback. The committee was looking at who was gonna be the best competition in the BCS. That's what it was.
I mean, they were saying that, but they made it so much easier when Georgia lost. Because if Georgia wouldn't have lost, they would have still been number one. Then Michigan would have been number two. Washington would have been number three, and then you might have Florida State would have been four, or they might have tried to pop a Oregon, but didn't Oregon lose? So you couldn't throw Oregon in there because they got beat.
They were still gonna put Alabama in there.
You couldn't have put Alabama in it with two losses.
They did.
They would have had two. They would have had two losses. I mean, if they would have lost, you couldn't jump. You couldn't jump all these undefeated teams and these one-loss teams to put Alabama way up there at number 4 with two losses.
They did it. They basically did it, though.
Yeah.
Well, no, they didn't, because Alabama only have one loss.
But they went on point. They went on a point spread. They were looking at third quarter. FSU was having a struggle beating that team. They were still 3-3 going into the third quarter.
Right.
But
so they looking at statistically, they were going to possibly get blown out just like TCU did last year.
Well, I mean, I understand all that, but what I'm saying is
you can't argue the fact that their defense would have kept them in the game.
They would have.
FSU defense, them boys some dogs.
Oh, exactly.
You got that right.
Them boys some dogs, man.
You got right.
I love the way that white boy played. What was number 55? What?
All over the place.
Oh yeah, he'll nose tackle. He'll nose tackle.
Hey, that boy.
Yeah, he was.
Hey, look, that joker remind me of me playing behind Pete Anderson. I said, boy, good God Almighty, me and Pete with a 1-2 punch over there, boy. I'm trying to tell you now.
That joker a nose tackle, but he going up in there like he a defensive end.
Yeah.
But getting back to that, I just don't. They couldn't have. There's no way in the world with two losses Alabama would have been in it. They would have had to jump 6 or 7 teams. They was ranked 8th or 9th before they won that game, so they wouldn't have been able to hop skip 7 other teams.
We talking about a committee. It wasn't based on a win loss. It was based on what the committee wanted to see.
Right. Because they do it how they've been doing in past years. Every team that won their conference championship end up going to the big dance. That's how. If their records deemed it necessary. I mean, the teams that go, they usually don't lose. They usually be undefeated. Or if they undefeated, they might have had one loss or something. I mean, think about it. Clemson. It used to be Clemson, Georgia, Alabama, and some other team that happens to just pop up in there. But my question is, what about Washington? I ain't seen them play. Are they that good?
Yeah,
they tough.
That dude gonna win Heisman. I'm sorry to say it. Hands down. Nobody
I don't know nothing about him. I'm gonna have to go look at some highlights.
You look at the 4 people they got for Heisman. He beat them all. So how you gonna say he didn't win the Heisman? He beat all 3 other people that's going up for the Heisman.
You're right.
So who y'all think gonna beat Michigan? Alabama?
Yeah, Alabama gonna beat Michigan. I got them beaten by. They're gonna beat them by
boys some
10.
dogs too.
They're gonna beat them by 10.
Do Michigan actually play like the caliber team that what is it, SEC play, that play in the SEC or whatever it is?
They can hang with them,
Yeah.
but when it come down to that fourth quarter closing, they fall short. Especially when it comes to an SEC team, they fall short. That's why if you watch ESPN when they show Michigan when they were playing, who they were playing, you ain't see no excitement. They had that attitude because they already knew they up for a challenge. They wanted Florida State. They wanted them so bad, and when they flashed that Alabama, that A, everybody put their head down. They about to get dogged by 10 points.
Well, if you let my daddy tell you, they shouldn't even be playing in the college right now because they should be penalized because they were cheating. He really feel like that team shouldn't be. He feel like Michigan has taken another spot that should have been earned by another team, and they should not be allowed to play any college bowl games this year.
But why is that?
You talking about because of the coach? Because of the
committee. The committee decided to suspend Harbaugh, not penalize a team, but Harbaugh for 3 games.
Right.
But what's to say that cheating didn't, give them the upper hand to win a couple games?
It did. That's what I'm saying. But the committee took over, and instead of penalizing them and not counting those games against them, allowed them to get in.
Sorry, guys. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Somebody calling me knowing it's recording time.
They still beat Ohio State, though.
Yeah, but they beat them. The question is, did they cheat during that game?
We'll never know.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, I mean, you got now. Let me go in it, and this is all I got to give my daddy. This is my dad talking points. Think about this. Did John Harbaugh ever beat Michigan when he first got there? He lost to Michigan every year. He didn't start beating Michigan until he started going on the sidelines and stealing signs and videotaping signs so he'll know what play that they running and what oh my God, I can't even think of it. But if they're going into cover 2, cover 5, or you know what I'm saying? So think about this. He was going to lose his job if he didn't beat Ohio State. He beat them the last 2 years, but he been cheating for the last 2 years to beat them.
But look though, Belichick done the same damn thing.
He sure did.
And won Super Bowls.
It's Flake.
He won Super Bowls behind stealing people play, man. So I
agree. It did turn around and deflate the air out of the ball. Took PSI.
The Flake game.
Damn right.
I mean, I agree.
These jokers did some shit, boy. I'm trying to tell you,
I mean, I agree with all of that.
And that's why I ain't mad at Harbaugh. Shit, motherfuckers done it before him. They should have took back all the Super Bowls that the Patriots won.
My thing, who did he get it from? Probably Harbaugh, or probably got it from Belichick himself.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Hold on, boy. I got a crazy echo.
Honestly, I think Harbaugh, after all of this, he leaving. He going back to the NFL. And I won't be surprised if Washington don't pick him up because they're already talking about it on the rumor report that we looking to get him and leave Eric Bieniemy as OC. Which to me would be completely wrong. But I think that's what they're
going to do that black man like that.
Listen to what you just said. They've been doing that for years in the league.
Exactly.
They're gonna leave right
there. Or is it just me? Do y'all hear that bad echo?
No, we don't hear nothing.
Yeah. I hear that.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing.
I hear.
But they've been doing that.
Got earphones in?
No, I'm just on the phone.
Yeah,
Well, we gotta have earphones on. It's gonna have bad. We ain't gonna be able to, because I can't even talk right now.
Oh, let me see. I grab my joint.
Okay. Every word I say, I'm hearing this. I'm hearing a half a second delay.
My headphones. I'm gonna mute mine.
All right, cool. Well, once he gets situated, we're gonna go through our picks of the week. If we want to do it a little different, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Mitchell get his ish off because he won again. I'm tired of him winning. He won a second time this week. I mean, how many times in a row is this?
Games he win? How many games he win by this time? I could have swore I was close on his ass.
He won by one. He won by one game.
Okay.
Yeah, you won it now.
Yeah, I was on the Steelers. The Steelers let me down. I knew them.
Yeah, you won.
I said, boy, yeah, they're gonna Steelers.
And I'm gonna go back at the end. I'm gonna go back to all of them because I can't remember exactly. I know Lewis won the first week. Then I won like 8 weeks in a row, either won or tied. Like 8 weeks in a row. Then I lost 1 week. Then I tied 1 week. Then I lost another week. And now I think it's this week. So, trying to see who's gonna end up being the pick leader at the end of the year. I mean, I might try to scrap up something I might try to scrap up $25, $30, $50 or something to get the pick leader winner. So I hope I win it so I can save my money. No, we just lost Lewis. So Mitchell, you want to go ahead and do your get your ish off segment until Lewis get back so we can try to include him in the picks?
Okay, I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
Okay. One of the things I wanted to talk about was I don't know how true it is, but I heard Mike Tomlin lost his job.
What?
I got to look into it.
It's coming.
It's coming. Oh, okay. I didn't know how true it was, but if it's any truth behind that, I don't like that at all. Because I think Mike Tomlin has always been a hell of a coach. And a lot of times, man, if you ain't got the personnel or whatever that you need to win games, I don't care how good you coach or whatever, man, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to look at somebody's track record and look at what they've done. And I just don't like how it seems like they're always so quick to get rid of a black coach in all the sports. You look at what Mark Jackson did for the Golden State Warriors, how he put that nucleus together and that small ball stuff that the Golden State Warriors were doing. And the Golden State Warriors finally got to the playoffs for the first time, and God knows when. They kicked him out and put Steve Kerr there. So I don't like that at all, how easy it is for a black head coach to lose their job.
Well, I'll take it even further. What about Tony Dungy in Tampa Bay?
That's another one. Yeah, exactly. So that was one thing I wanted to briefly jump on. And then I just wanted to talk about the Eagles or whatever, how they got exposed. But the thing was, I seen that in the Eagles all season. But, you know what I'm saying, I don't like how a lot of these analysts act like just because of this blowout, they're just now seeing that their defense ain't stopping nobody. They got a good front four or whatever, but I seen how weak them corners and the middle linebacker was all season. Because you look at it, the Redskins should have beat them both times. One time the Redskins lost to them in overtime. The other time that play, by a touchdown, the Eagles, Redskins should have beat them both times. The Patriots should have beat them or whatever. My man caught the ball and got pushed out of bounds and didn't get his toe down. They was getting lucky and winning games or whatever. So I said, okay. So I really didn't think the Eagles was as good as their record showed the whole season. You know, they are what they are, but they are the worst 10-2 team I've ever seen in the NFL. They're 10-2. They won it rightfully, but they are the worst team I've seen with a record that good. And I'm looking forward to the Cowboys at beating their ass just like the 49ers did or whatever, and seeing where y'all put us in after we beat the Eagles Sunday.
All right, I'm gonna co-sign that with you. You have been saying that the Eagles ain't what we think they are. You've been saying that since about week 4. And you might have a point. We'll see what it comes to when it comes to Dallas when they play Dallas.
Because honestly, I think that the Eagles team last year was way better than this one.
They were.
They scored a lot easier. They ran up and down the field scoring a lot easier than they did this year. They offense is slow.
And it's so predictable. Like it's like all they're trying to do is get within 3 yards of a first down. Push.
That's
and
it.
Then another little 5-yard play here. Oh, push. A little 8-yard play there. Push. I mean, man, it's predictable. I mean, man,
you got to give them their credit. That push is unstoppable.
It is.
It's unstoppable.
Okay, then let's get into our picks. I think it's time for that. Is it time for our picks of the week?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's get into it. The predictions for week 14. All righty now. This is going to be interesting. We got the Patriots against the Steelers.
Steelers.
I'm going with this. I'm going Steelers too.
Yeah, the Patriots is doo-doo. Steelers.
All right. We got the Texans against the Jets. I'm going Texans because I ain't betting against my man. Ravens versus the Rams. I'm going Ravens.
Ravens.
Where they playing at?
Ravens. Panthers versus the Saints.
Ooh,
Saints.
I'm going Saints too.
Saints, but good God Almighty, boy,
That's gonna be
trash.
That's gonna be an ugly
I know.
game, boy.
That's dirt bowl.
I probably won't even watch that game. I look at the highlights. I'm going with the Saints.
I got the Colts versus the Bengals at Bengals. I'm going Bengals.
Bengals.
Was that everybody
Colts,
Bengals or not?
Give me the Colts.
All right.
I'm with Mitch. Give me the Colts.
Y'all just lost that game. Quarterback if that quarterback did what he did last weekend, y'all just lost that game.
That's Purdy 2.0, baby. I'm telling you.
I got the Bucks versus the Falcons. I don't even know.
Falcons.
I'm going with the Bucks, man. They got to win something.
Give me the Bucks.
I got the Bucks.
Falcons.
I'm going with the Bucks because they got to win something. All right, I got the Lions at Bears.
Lions.
I'm going Lions.
Detroit.
All right, we got the Seahawks at the 49ers. I'm going 49ers.
49ers.
I think that's going to be a tough game for the 49ers because the Seahawks come to play. But I'm going to go with the 49ers. I'm going to go with the 49ers, though.
I'll take the Seahawks as the upset.
That's why it's going to be an upset somewhere now.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think the Seahawks can't close out on games, man. They be in them, but they can't close them.
DJ Metcalf.
They can score with anybody.
Exactly.
But they can't close out games, man. They lost last weekend to y'all. Who was it?
Yeah.
I'm good with y'all. But they played y'all hard, but the quarterback just don't seem like he can get over the hump when he needs to.
If the refs didn't throw that yellow flag, it would have been a different outcome.
I got the Vikings versus the Raiders. I'm
Give me the.
I believe I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
Oh my!
I'm going with the Vikings. I'm going with the Vikings.
No. Yeah, give me the Vikings.
Hey, y'all got a rocket scientist as a quarterback. I'm going with the Vikings.
What you got, Jay?
You got to go with the Vikings. Goddamn Raiders, they do.
No, I'm thinking. Oh, this was another terrible game. Broncos versus the Chargers. I went with the Broncos last week. They let me down.
Give me the Chargers. Shoot, Herbert in the way Allen catching that ball.
Yeah, but they ain't won but 4 games all year.
Yeah,
where they playing at?
Letting them down.
I would go with the Broncos, man, because the Chargers ain't won.
Where they playing at?
They playing at the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
I'll take the Chargers because if they were playing at Mile High, I would have. They were playing at Mile High. I would say they had an advantage, but nah.
I'm going with the Broncos.
Okay. All right, this is probably going to be one of the games of the week right here. Bills versus Chiefs.
I got the Bills.
I'm going with the Bills because the Chiefs just ain't showing me nothing offensively. Now watch them go.
Give me the Chiefs.
Well, is Taylor Swift going to the game?
They at the Chiefs, so they might be.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the Chiefs. I'll switch that. Taylor Swift, they might win.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Well, I'm doing the upset pick. Y'all, everybody went with the Chiefs, but me.
Taylor Swift gonna make a difference.
All right, we got another game of the week. Dang, man, both of them games gonna be on at the same time. Look like.
Yes, sir.
Dang, so Eagles versus Cowboys.
You already know. Give me.
I'm gonna either win big or I'm gonna win big or I'm gonna lose badly.
I'm going with the Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles with the tush push.
I'm going with the Eagles too. And
Eagles
I know Junior and Mitchell going with the Cowboys.
You already know they riding out with them cowboy hats.
They got
man, that's gonna suck, man. So one of these games, either the Bills and the Chiefs ain't gonna be on, or the Eagles and the Cowboys ain't gonna be on.
Hold on, cause Monday I'm going to work with my shoulder pads on and Cowboy jersey, helmet and all.
Okay.
Hey, don't get fired. Don't get fired now.
Oh, he the boss. He ain't gonna get no fire.
I ain't gonna get fired.
He the boss.
Nah, I ain't gonna take my shoulder pads out there. I will be cowboyed up.
And they playing in Philly, right?
No, they should be playing in Dallas. They're playing in Dallas.
So yeah, it's gonna be a run game for running game for Jalen Hurts. It's gonna be a run game.
I got the Packers versus.
I'm just he's gonna be running. You already know he's gonna be running. And it's gonna be a whole bunch of touch points. You already know.
I have the next game, and that's going to be prime time. It's the Packers versus the Giants. I'm going with the Packers with them sorry Giants.
Oh, Packers all day because the Giants ain't trying to win nothing. They trying to sew up their second overall pick.
Yeah, they doing the same thing Patriots doing. They Patriots trying to get picks too.
So is Washington. So it's all day. It's all what it is.
And then we got, and for our Monday night game, we have the Titans at Miami.
Really?
Miami.
Fins up. Don't even try it. If I would have won it without the fins, my girl probably kicked me in the head right now.
Who they playing?
The
Titans playing the Dolphins.
Oh, give me the Dolphins.
Absolutely. Tyreek Hill going for about 200 yards.
Yes, Lord.
All right, that kind of wraps it up for our picks of the week. I'm gonna tell you how the flip games. The games that's going to flip everything, the winning games will be the Eagles against the Cowboys, the Bills against the Chiefs, 49ers against the Seahawks, and the Falcons against the Bucks, and the Colts against the Bengals. Those are the games that we need to watch. Those are the money games this week.
I'm watching them all. I got split screen. I'm watching them all.
So, yeah, before we go, anybody get any information on Trevor Lawrence? Because I know he got hurt last night.
Last thing I heard, he got a severe sprain. He won't, most likely they say he won't be playing next game. But they're trying to see, he's supposed to be going to get an MRI today to see the severity of it. They believe it's broken or fractured, but they're not quite sure. It
Yeah, I
looked like it
seen
was fractured.
everybody were praying. Everybody
Yeah.
dropped down and were praying for him. So
Oh,
I
he slammed that helmet down, so he knew something was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only time gonna tell.
Okay.
I got one final thought.
Yeah,
I got one final thought.
I'm gonna say
For
one
our
more
final-
thing too.
Okay.
The damn anybody check on the damn cameraman that got a leg broke.
What was this? What game was this?
Oh shit! What game was that? I can't remember what game it was. Cameraman got a leg snapped. It was ugly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
You don't mess like that.
yeah. It was one of the guys standing on the side behind the chain gang.
Hey, he gonna get paid hefty.
Yeah.
He gonna get paid hefty.
I ain't hear about that.
I ain't either.
I want to say, I'm trying to see. I think Carolina Tar Heels play tonight.
Oh, okay. I got to tap into that. I'm glad you said
What,
that.
Well, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to make sure.
I'm about to look now.
They play Connecticut. Hold on, let me get it out, y'all. They play Connecticut tonight at 9 p.m.
Oh, I'll be watching it.
We rank Carolina ranked number 9. Connecticut is ranked number 5. We both 7-1.
We'll beat them.
And I wanted to send my prayers up to the Kentucky Wildcats because they just took a embarrassing loss to UNC. It was I think it was Greensboro, UNCG, I think.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you didn't see it in the chat?
Nah.
That's why I sent it in the chat last night. I screenshotted it. They lost to UNCG.
Yeah, you said that. I can't remember if it was UNCG or Coastal, but yeah, I remember you said.
Yeah.
I thought Kentucky won that game.
No, UNC. That's why I was saying. No, I was sarcastically saying, "Let's go Wildcats," but that was sarcastically. But that's when I screenshotted the score. Yes, they lost to UNC. It was either UNCG or UNCW.
Hey, they got the NBA. What is it? The in-season tournament right now. They got the Knicks and the Bucks right now.
And the Lakers and Phoenix play after that.
Yeah, they going head up. It's 31-31. They ain't playing.
Okay.
It's going in.
Oh, I'm about to tell you right. UNCW. They lost. I'm sorry. It was UNC. Yeah, it was UNCW. They lost to.
That's my uncle old team. Yeah.
Yep, UNCW.
Yeah.
They lost 73-80. Yep.
So you know that Skeeter team, Kentucky. So I thought he was bragging, talking about Kentucky had beat. I was thinking to myself, you ain't played nobody. So I ain't really looked at it.
And look, and guess who Kentucky play next Thursday or Friday?
Who?
UNC.
Tar Heels, baby.
UNC. That's another
Tar Heels.
Skeeter better turn his phone off.
So yeah, that's why I sent that. I was throwing shots last night. Didn't nobody respond, but yeah, I was throwing shots. And we're going to see. I'm going to see South Carolina. I'm going to see the South Carolina play on Saturday. So I'll be out of touch.
The female team?
No, I'm going to see the males.
I gotta get. I'm trying to go to.
I'll go see the female team, but that's only if I want to see somebody jumping out the gym. I want to see somebody getting banged on.
I want to see UNC or not UNC, but South Carolina play LSU. That's the game I want to see.
Well, I got the hookup where I can. I got a guy, the ticket master, and I get tickets to the East Carolina University. So I got a couple of tickets, and we're gonna go. We just taking the boys. We taking the boys in the family, the nephews and the god kids and all of that. We gonna go because the two youngest boys, they so basketball crazy that they doing workouts twice a day. They waking up at 5:30 and making people do dribbling exercises and this and that. So I think that's gonna be a good thing for them to watch them boys come out there. We're gonna tailgate. We're gonna tailgate. I'm gonna have me plenty of beer. Get in there. We're gonna throw us some cornhole, throw some football, and then when the game start at 12, we're gonna go in there and And them kids, them 5 young kids, gonna have them a good time watching them boys run up and down that court, man.
That's what's up.
Hey,
Yeah.
one later note. I tried to tell y'all from the beginning. 71st going to the state championship.
I'm good. That's what I want to ask you, cuz. You coming down?
Yes, sir.
What's 71st? What's 71st playing at? Don't say
they don't know yet. They still
know
undecided where they want to break it down. They beat the top ranked team this past Friday, 50-36.
Yeah,
so,
we're
gonna see.
But that team that you were talking about, Junior, didn't New Bern play? Wasn't that team you were talking about? That team you were talking about? They played New Bern and they killed New Bern about 2 weekends ago. It was on regular TV.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, they done lost out. All them teams that really everybody thought were going, they done lost.
Yeah, because we played the top ranked team, which was Northern Nash. They beat 71st last year. But they scored drug them right here. They were all over my neighborhood. People parking all around this joker. But
y'all got a tough one though. Y'all got Reedsville. Them boys tough. Them boys tough now.
Man, so it's 71st.
If you come down, let me know. I go out there.
It ain't no if I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be Friday afternoon.
Long as it ain't Wake Forest, I ain't going no damn gonna Wake Forest.
Me neither. They said it's gonna be in Raleigh somewhere.
I hope so. Tar Heels or Duke. Yeah.
As soon as I find out, I'll put it on the group chat.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely going.
All right. Well, that concludes our show. Peace and love. I'm sending my prayers for everybody to be protective for the oncoming week. I love y'all guys. Appreciate y'all spending y'all time with me. Have a blessed one. I'm out.
All right,
love y'all.
Right. Love y'all, fam.
I'm gonna just let this rock for a second and then I'm dipping.